The Hypothyroidism Journey, Part 3. So now you know where your hypothyroidism comes from. Like millions of people, you have excess toxins in your body. Your immune system uses inflammatory cells to attack the toxins. It never finishes the job because there's always an excess of toxins. So the immune system never gets to recover. It eventually becomes overstressed and starts to malfunction. That malfunctioning immune system begins to attack healthy tissues, which causes hypothyroidism. Doctors have finally realized the immune system part of the equation, which is good news in itself. But they increasingly prescribe immunosuppressors to shut the immune system down. This might stop the attack on the thyroid. But now, without any immune system at all, you are wide open to catching other infections and diseases. That's hardly a satisfactory outcome, is it? Hypothyroidism isn't the disease. And that is why Jody ignores the disease we think we have, hypothyroidism, and goes full on to tackle the disease we actually have, chronic inflammation. Get rid of that and the hypothyroidism simply can't exist. And that is exactly what I did. Jody showed me how to hit the inflammation head on. And after some weeks of doing exactly what she told me, it and my hypothyroidism were history. It's been 1.5 years since I last had even a whisper of any symptoms. One thing I know for sure, it's gone and it's not coming back. No doctors, no drugs. Jody doesn't worry about pills, drugs or any other kind of medication. Over a couple of years after she helped her friend overcome hypothyroidism, Jody developed, tested and proved a natural, drugs-free approach to reducing dramatically our exposure to food and environmental toxins. The subject is complex and requires a deep understanding of where toxins really come from. None of it is as obvious as we might think. But with reference to all the latest research, from scientific and university researchers across the world, and the willing participation of a number of human testers, she has created a fantastically effective hypothyroidism solution. She goes for a powerful, natural attack on the disease's real, deep-rooted causes. Once her process is underway, it's impossible for the body not to respond. Jody's solution freed my thyroid to do its job again. I have healthy levels of thyroid hormones in my body, and 0 symptoms of hypothyroidism. Let me describe exactly what Jody's hypothyroidism solution does. A little bit of knowledge goes a long, long way. You need to know how to reduce the toxins going into your body. They're provoking your immune system and leading it to attack your thyroid. So what we need to understand is where most of the toxins we're carrying actually come from, how to reduce our exposure to them without disrupting our normal lives. Then, over time, gently transition yourself to the new habits that are going to restore you to wonderful health. You're not doing a revolution here, by the way. There's no strange foods, weird potions or bizarre rituals. There's no expensive supplements, calorie counting or gym workouts. Thank goodness. In fact, I was just a tiny bit surprised when I saw Jody's solution for the first time. Is that it? I wondered. Sure, her explanation of why this solution worked was entirely convincing. But the actual remedy seemed so ordinary. I thought maybe I'd missed something. Some weeks later, and with not a single sign of hypothyroidism anymore, I realized I simply need not have worried. How it works. Have you ever seen one of those dominoes displays on television? Where they push over one domino and it knocks down the next domino, which knocks down the next, and so on until thousands of them are toppling over? This is what Jody's solution is doing. The first domino is getting rid of toxins, which knocks over the next domino, relaxing the immune system, which knocks over the next domino, ending that chronic inflammation, which knocks over the final domino, an unharassed thyroid that's now free to switch back on and release those vital hormones back into the body. The simplicity of all this was that once I'd toppled the first domino, the rest just took care of themselves. Some days later, my thyroid was gradually able to resume its good work, and my symptoms started to reduce. But first, I had to realize that the toxins in my body that led to inflammation were put there by me. I did it to myself. Now I was a little offended by this. I don't do anything that anybody doesn't do. But then, maybe that's the problem? Scientists now confirm that a whole range of illnesses, diabetes, Alzheimer's, fatty liver, kidney disease, heart disease and certain cancers, are simply the result of inflammation. And all these diseases are on the rise, because inflammation itself is on the rise. Inflammation is increasing because the accumulated toxins in modern life have gone way beyond the safe point. We're all getting sicker, not just me and you. And it's not our fault at all. The logic is inescapable. Toxins don't just appear. We're always acquiring toxins. And we get them through two main sources, our food and our environment. In our modern world, the amount of chemicals used in food production and cleaning products is astonishing. Avoiding them is really difficult if you don't have some essential knowledge. And most of us don't. In fact, a couple of the foods we think of as healthy simply aren't. Many others are fantastically good for us when we know what's what. We can make some excellent choices and experience astounding changes. Same with household and personal products. Many ingredients are actually deadly in high enough doses. Yet we cover our homes and bodies with them. And this is how we deliver too many toxins to our stressed immune systems. This is why we get ill. We pretty much can't help it, because we mostly don't know we're doing it. But once we do know about it, we can stop hurting ourselves. If lifestyle got us into this situation, then it'll be lifestyle, not pharmaceutical drugs, that will reverse us out of it again. Stay tuned for the hypothyroidism journey, part 4.